What's up, y'all? Let's get this party started. We're bass fishing in Occoquan Bay today out of Mason State Park. If there's a good car top launch there. $10 fee, but let's make it worth it. Um, Try to get on these pre-spawn bass, but if not, we could maybe hit up the shad spot. We'll see. Just need to be focused. Pulling up on the first spot here. I don't know if you can see these rocks right here. I'm gonna start throwing the crankbait around. That's the start of a long rock wall, and there's some docks down the way. So I got my new trawler motor, so we got good drifting today, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and start fishing. I was supposed to go shad fishing today in the upper Potomac, but my partner, he chickened out. So I'm gonna do what I like to do, and that's bass fish. Let's see. Not quite sure how deep it is here. We got very little wind today, so we are poised to have a good time. A big old carp just jumped out there in front of me. Yeah, I'm only throwing this square bill because I don't have any other lures tied on. Whoa, what was that? There's some rocks here. That might have just been a rock, but let's see. Who wants to eat? I know there's a fish here. There's got to be a fish right here. The only reason there wouldn't be is if it was like super shallow, and I just don't know that since I don't have a fish finder. But this is a fishy looking spot, I tell you what. Because we're kind of close to some good spawning area. The deep water is behind me. I got a good feeling about here. The only thing I might have to do is fish slower, more finesse. For that, I got some weedless jerk baits or Sinkos, but we'll see what happens with this crankbait first. Nothing but carp going crazy up in front of me. And behind me. There's garfish in here too, so that might be what it is. I noticed something in this boat. When I'm fishing standing sideways, any kind of waves or anything, I'm knocked off balance. But I just got to remember that I can't go too far and just kind of keep my footing, you know, and lean forward a little bit, because I can't go past the pontoons, but it just feels like, oh, there's a fish. Oh, he came off. All right, let's see. I just had one hooked on. He came off right at the boat. He hit it right at the boat, then came off. Let's see. That's a good sign. What's up, Jeff? What's up? I just lost one right at the boat, bruh. There's a pretty decent one too. Not gonna lie. I mean, I think that means I just floated right over the fish. So I'm gonna let this spot rest a little bit. I'm gonna come back over and try it. But this is a good looking area. We got some tall grass. All I know what to call it is Occoquan, but it's tall grass behind these rocks. And I don't know what that. I think that means that there's water splashing through the rocks, and wetting up the soil behind the rocks. So it might be a little bit deeper up on the rocks, and that's a good sign. I always like to fish areas like that where there's Occoquan or whatever. There's marsh grass behind the rocks, because that can mean that there's some deeper water up in front of the rocks, where it's splashing through. So we'll see about this. I just lost a fish, for those of you, if anybody just tuned in. I just lost a fish. How y'all like this new angle? I'm still working with camera angles and stuff, but I got a new mount. How's it looking? How's it looking, Jeffrey? Since you're the last one. You can't see my head. I know. Is that worth anything? Can you hear me? I can pan up a little bit. I'm not using a new mic yet, bruh. I gotta figure out how to mount it. I gotta get like a male-to-male screw so that I can mount it on, because I have a thing on top of my camera mount, but I need a male-to-male screw to mount it on top. So stay tuned for the microphone. Thanks for sending me that, by the way. My sponsor sent me that. I'm just joking. It was just Jeffrey. Try to get a move on a little bit. Come on, fish. There's a big old speedboat out there going 100 miles an hour. Seems like a very popular boating area. There's all kinds of boats and stuff. Just another intro for the three of you. I'm fishing out here in Occoquan Bay, out of Mason Neck State Park. One good thing about this boat is I can launch at any car top launch, and I have a motor, so I can get pretty much anywhere in this river, And that's one of the issues, you know. I used to have a kayak, and that was like, I was stuck to the boat launch, to the car top launches, and really, the areas by the launches are not very good for the most part. I mean, this is an exception, but for the most part, you need to cover some distance in this river, and that's why I swapped from the kayak to this guy. Now I can hop around, I can try different spots. All right, before I get too far away, I'm gonna turn around and fish that spot that I hooked the fish at. I don't have anything else tied on, but I'm gonna tie on a something finesse, and hopefully that'll give it enough time to rebound. But I'm gonna see what happens with the soft jerk bait first, and then we'll see what happens from there. But I'm gonna go try to dial them in on that spot where I hooked that fish. It didn't seem like a spot where it was only one fish, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, these carp are going crazy. It sounds like somebody's jumping in the water behind me. There's carp going crazy everywhere, making big old jumps. Another thing I want to try today is fishing way further off the bank than I'm used to. Because these fish, you know, the Potomac is this type of body of water where everywhere close to the bank is really, really shallow. And the fish are not there yet. And I think that's what I realized last time I was fishing. The fish are not up in the bank, you know. They're out in, you know, 5 or 6 feet of water. And that's kind of hard to find closer to the bank anywhere in this river. And that's going to be the spots you want to fish. 5 to 6 feet of water, close to the bank, close to deeper water, but also close to spawning area. But let me work on tying on this, tying something on my spinning rod real quick. I did the dumbest thing you can do in fishing, which is pack up all your stuff without a lure on it, without the line secured, so everything was tangled up. Last time I was fishing, it was late, so I was trying to just get home and get some dinner before, you know, people yelled at me. So let's get off the bank. Oh. Issue number 2, when I'm sitting on the wrong side of the boat using the trawler motor, I get splashed up with water, which gratefully is not cold anymore. That's a beautiful thing to say up here. It's not cold anymore. We are having good fishing days all week next week. There's some rain coming tomorrow, but after that, you know, we doing good. Let me see, where's my finesse box? Finesse. This is swim base, which, I mean, might do me good too. This is finesse here. All right. Hold up, I need to catch a worm hook right here. I love this new box that I got. I got the Plano Guy series, the biggest one that they sell, and it's awesome. I can fit all of my stuff it actually, you know, it has 2 rod holders on it, so it actually functions as a little console for me, which is awesome. It's the Plano Guide Series boxes. That, you know, I don't usually vouch for any one brand, but this is like the best thing for my application, you know. Got me a worm hook. Let me try this thing I got in the mystery tackle box. Let me do a quick tour. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick tour real quick after I try this on, because I'm trying to let these fish rest, because I drifted right over the spot. But let me show you everything, because the boat has changed a lot since the last time I showed it to you guys. Just trying to finish up rigging up this scam shad. All right, tour time. Let's see if I can just do this real quick. That might be faster. Clip it off the mount. All right. So welcome to the Brisk 14.1, yet to be named. First thing, got a tiller extender, got a little cushion for my seat, and let me show you the rest. I got this Plano Guide Series box. It fits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes, plus 3 of these size boxes on this in here and here, right? And I've got these little, you know, I've got pliers now. I remember last time, I got that hook stuck in that fish's throat. So I got pliers, I got fish grips, and this is the best piece of technology that I have. Here is my Minn Kota cheapest trolling motor on the market. 30-pound. Got it price matched at Dick's Sporting Goods, and then I also got a $50 rebate for it. So go get you one of these if you want, you know, a cheap trolling motor. It's a 30-pound thrust, 30-inch shaft, transom mount trolling motor. I got the Minn Kota battery box because I wanted a secure area to store my battery, and also it has these cigarette lighter, you know, attachments, and I got my gas tank mounted up in the front of the boat, so now I can actually get on plane and hit maybe 10 miles an hour. So that's a good thing. So that's all of the additions I did. Everything here is mounted on, I put a seat pedestal for when I have passengers, but everything here is mounted on, there's a, I used the two seats that went here and here. I used those and screwed this mount to them parallel, so these 2 seats get squeezed into in between the floor and the walls here, and when I inflate it, and it doesn't go anywhere, you can see it is stuck there, and it's a good place to mount my to bungee in my gas tank and set my battery box on, and you know, all that extra weight. And this guy goes up there when I want to run far. So yeah, there's my boat, and let's see if we can't catch these fish. I'll try to show y'all my face now, if y'all want to see that. I'm sure you don't. Welcome. I just shaved. All right. back over at the spot where I took that fish just now. We're gonna see what happens. Who's here? Where's the roll call at? Hey, Mom. Hey, Jeffrey. What's up? All right, we're coming back around to this spot where I lost the fish last. The suspense is kind of killing me. Hopefully there's another one there. But I floated right over it last time, and the fish hit it right at the boat. My lure's tangled up. The fish hit it right at the boat. Lost the fish right at the boat. Thanks. Is that James? Thanks, man. I love this thing. It's perfect for me. I live in an apartment, so I can't really, I can't really have a boat or a trailer. And this thing is only $650. This boat is only $650 on Amazon. So for something that I can fit in my truck, deflate it, fit it in my truck, store it in my apartment, it's an amazing deal. Hopefully there's another one here. Hopefully, maybe that one will hit my lure again. He chased it all the way up to the boat, making me think that they want something a little bit slower, more finesse. I mean, which could be the case here because there's a lot of people fishing today. And I'm sure this spot has gotten fished earlier today. This is a very fishy spot. There's shad all over this flat. There were chatterbait. I don't like chatterbaits. I'm a spinnerbait guy. I barely ever catch fish on chatterbaits. I'm more of a spinnerbait kind of guy. All right, scam shad part 1. Let's see if this guy works. Hopefully there's some snakeheads biting. I heard a report of snakeheads biting on the eastern shore. So we do have that opportunity today. I'm gonna try to fish for him. I have no clue what the tide is doing right now, which is an important thing on this river to pay attention to. If things get tough, I might look it up, but I had a hit in my first 15 minutes of fishing, so. I'm thinking that was a hit. I was right up on those rocks. Come on now. I know there's a fish here. At least one. This time of year is just too, like, I could sockeye fish, I could bass fish, which I'm doing right now. I could shad fish. I could even try to catch stripers in here. I mean, we'll see what happens. Snakeheads too, but I have so many options. I don't like to mess with options. So if there's anything that you guys want to see, so the fish here, I'll show y'all. The fish here are holding on. There's a rock point that kind of fizzles out into the water, and this is at the mouth of a small creek, and that is kind of textbook what catches fish in this river, especially this time of year where they're staging in good ambush feeding areas before they're going on to their beds, which are probably going to be up in that creek. So there's also tons of good flats to bed on here. So but this is my last pass here. If I don't get another hit, I'll let it go. There's some docks further up, so I'll pick up the trolling motor and try up there. All right, a couple last shots with the crankbait. And it gets tangled. If that fish wouldn't have hit it so close to the boat, he was just barely pinned, and he came right off. So I would have one fish instead of 0 fish today. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up and crank up the big motor. Just kind of mosey on up to these docks up here. See what else I see. While I do this, I'll go ahead and give y'all a little look at where I'm fishing. So these are those rocks that I was just telling y'all about. You can see the creek behind there. I might try to go in there a little bit later, but there's this long rock wall. This water is pretty shallow, but let's get it going. Y'all ought to start calling me the one-hit wonder, because every time I've come out on this boat. The new plan is I'm going to try to fish these docks right here. This is very close to where I just was. So if these docks aren't hitting, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I'm gonna try to run up one of the creeks and try to fish that. Those can be a lot easier to fish because there's a lot less water to cover. But I'm thinking these fish are still out here. I don't think they've run up the creeks yet. So here we are. Let's get the trolling motor in the water. When I first got out here, there was a bunch of boats fishing way out in the middle of the bay, and I don't know where they went, but there was at least 5 or 6 boats fishing out there. So I don't know what any of that means. I'm kind of stuck to this square bill right now since that's what I had a hit on, but I would like to try a spinnerbait. I would like to try to fish on the bottom, but right now the process is square bill, soft jerk bait, and then flipping. Y'all can see the dock that I'm fishing. What's a goose egg? I got a big old fat 0. I think that's what you mean. There's some snot down there. That's a good sign. Spring has sprung. Maybe we'll run into some green grass. Jeffrey might be right. I might have to throw a chatterbait. This square bill is my confidence bait right now. Oop. Oh, that was a hit. There was a hit. He dunked it. He dunked it. Let's see. That was definitely a fish. I'm not used to losing fish on this thing. Missing fish. Oh, oh, come on now. I keep missing fish, man. I keep missing fish. I threw it in his mouth that time. That one was smaller, but at least he was confirmed. He jumped out of the water. Let's see. Let's give the old soft jerkbait a try. I missed that one. I missed two fish here. I might try fishing on the bottom next. We'll see. I also want to give a wacky rig a shot. This dock seems like it's holding fish though. This gives me a good indicator of where I should fish. These docks, it seem like they're holding fish. I had 2 hits on this one dock. What are you saying, Jeff? Oh. You're chanting like the cheerleading section. They try letting this thing sink. I gotta remember to let it sink to the bottom. It sinks really slow. The water isn't really moving at all back here. All right. Let's see if this side of this dock produces a fish. I had one little guy hooked there. Oh, come on. I threw my crankbait on top of the dock. Of course. This is when having a trolling motor comes in really handy. Last cast of this dock, and then we'll move on to the next one. Snot, nothing but snot. Let's try keep fishing this retaining wall. Mm-hmm. 4:30 already. I'm gonna go ahead and switch up my my moving bait. What do y'all think? Spinnerbait or chatterbait? The temperature here is shoes. I think it's about 78 or 72. I think the 75 was the highest. It was warmer yesterday. All right. After this, my next plan of action is to try something a little bit different, um, and move up one of the creeks. I'm thinking that might be, it's just something different, different type of water. Holy cow! Was that a snakehead? I think something huge just spooked under this dock. Something massive just spooked under this dock. Holy cow! I think it might have been a snakehead. It was huge. Like that was the type of spook. Jeez. That had to be a snakehead, yo. That had to be a freaking snakehead. And try to skip under it and see if it's still there. Come on now. I don't know if that was a bed and bass, but it was bigger than the bass, bro. It threw some freaking. I don't know if y'all heard it, but it was like, jeez. It could have been, honestly, it could have been anything. It could have been a big striper, it could have been a snakehead, could have been a bass, but it was huge, huge. I'd really rather not mess with them on this thing. Gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick around these docks just because of that. That was a massive fish. All right. We got another dock to try. Right up the way. There's a whole bunch of bait around here. All right, I'm gonna make a really quick audible. These docks, the first dock was really promising, but the rest of them haven't really been producing. That first dock has a really nice retaining wall, so I'm guessing that's why that one was different. As opposed to here, they have these muddy, natural muddy banks. Let me pick up my trolling motor and we'll pick up and go. Okay, so now I'm gonna try something a little different. Now, I'm gonna try to run up one of these creeks here. Roger that, Jeffrey. I'm snakehead fishing. I agree. All right, so now we're at the mouth of this creek here. It's looking promising. There's cormorants diving. There's rocks. You know, those are the same rocks I was fishing earlier, but this time I'm gonna try to go up into the creek side. We'll see how this works. Let's go. It turned out to be a beautiful day today. It was supposed to be windier than this. There's no wind, 0 wind. I'm guessing it's pretty shallow in here. I keep getting fouled up with this snot crap, so I tried this scam shad enough. I'm gonna try to swap up to the to old reliable white fluke, zoom fluke, one of my favorite baits. I'm still at 0 fish on the day, 0 fish caught. Let's see. These seem like more spawning flats, and I don't think the fish are spawning yet. I don't exactly know the water temperature, but it's not warm. It's colder than the air. That osprey had a little baby snakehead in his clutches. I think I see a fish, y'all. I think I see a fish. If it moves, that might be a snakehead. Hold on. I gotta make the cast. I kind of want to get closer just to see if it's a fish. It hasn't moved. Let's see. What is that? Is that a fish? Is that a snakehead? It wasn't a fish. I don't think it's a fish. Come on now. I got my lure stuck under the dock again. Fish it out. Then we can see what I was looking at here. Was it? I think it was a fish. I don't see what I saw anymore under that dock, leading me to believe that it was a snakehead. Or there's some little perch under this dock. All right, Jeffrey, stop tripping. I could try to catch perch, or I could try to keep fishing for bass. Let's see. I got 8 people in here. Vote. Perch or bass? Perch or bass? Yeah, thanks, Ed. Oh, Vic, come on now. I'm definitely not impartial. I'm about to just flip for bass. I'm about to just flip. That's how I'm gonna finish the day out. You know, it's tough. I should be catching fish right now, but I don't know where the hell I am. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be fishing or what. And the fish haven't moved shallow yet. So, I mean, that would make it 100 times easier. But we're going to throw a Texas rig and we're just going to fish everything. Fish everything. And if I don't catch a fish doing that, then I'm going to quit fishing today. What's up, G? Vic. Now I remember you, Vic. Vic from Team Cream. That's who that is. Second place, the realist. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, everybody but Vic and Jeffrey knows what I'm talking about. Doesn't know what I'm talking about, but it's we fished the City Park Rodeo in the perch division a few years back with Vic and Gustavo, and we came in second place. Those were good times. I really like to peg my weights now. I never used to do that, but I got some pegs, and I really like to peg the weight. I don't know why. You can feel the lure a lot better. You can feel it exactly where it is. Move it how you want to move it. I haven't caught more fish on it, but it feels better to me, so you know. All right, let's go flip some of this wood, some of these laydowns. I think when the sun starts going down, they might start biting a little bit better. We're getting to that time right now. A little bit less light in the air. I mean, who knows? I just need to stop skunking it up. My next approach is when you don't know where to catch fish, you don't know what the fish are biting on, flip everything. Something in this water is going to eat this creature. Something. Flip everything. Get the birds now. Putting Team Cream back together, huh, Jeff? Got to get Gustavo from Miami. Oh. Felt like it. Line got tight. I might have just been coming up over the log. All right. I keep switching this trawler motor in reverse because it's counterintuitive. Since I have a tiller motor, I'm used to turning right to go forward, and I keep putting it in reverse. I guess that's since I got the head backwards. Covering water, that's what I like. That's what I like, covering water. We're gonna figure something out before we get off this water, folks. Figure out something other than how to catch logs. Why this lure, I'm about to switch it up because this plastic keeps sliding down the hook. It doesn't want to stay weedless. I don't know how I feel about these gambler lures. It's a fresh bait. My hook keeps coming exposed with this thing. Kind of making me angry. I got to get used to flipping again. I haven't flipped in years. I hooked 3 fish today without catching them. Ain't that a freaking... Guess that's how it goes. I think I'm gonna come back here though. I like this spot. It's a good, diverse area. So I'll be back here. It's only 40 minutes away from my house. So there's a big high bluff wall right here. It's like maybe 50 feet up, if you can see. So I'm gonna kind of power past here, unless I see something a lay down that's poking out a little bit farther out, because the water's really shallow and muddy up there. Just power right on past it. What time is it? 5:15. All right. You're right, Jeffrey. I'm gonna go back to the square bill. That makes sense. I'm headed towards the mouth of the creek, and the bigger creek that's over here. And that's gonna be the last place I fish. We'll fish that real thoroughly. Before I was live, I did crank this area before. That doesn't mean anything. I spent so much time fishing those rocks and docks. I didn't really get a chance to explore like I wanted to. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just gonna, fish everything since I've never been here before. But those rocks and docks gave me a little bit of something to look for. I think I did catch some fish there. All right, this creek actually looks good. I'm liking the look of this creek here. This trip did start off so promising. I don't understand. I mean, who knows though, bro? Earlier, when I hooked that fish, there were shad and carp and all of that kind of stuff jumping everywhere. So I don't know if the tide changed or something. The wind definitely changed. The wind died down a lot. So who knows? But this creek here looks really promising. It looks like it's really high. The bank is really high, so there's more of those bluff balls. But it looks like the creek is actually pretty deep. So I'm trying to just make long casts up to the bank, crank back to the boat. There's a guy in a kayak fishing there. I'm just trying to get a feel for everything, you know? I haven't been here before. I think next time I might put a lot more focus on this creek here. I just saw a spooky bait fish. That might be a good sign. There's a field of submerged trees coming up. Like stumps. So we'll crank that in. See how that works. Oh, hold up. I just had a fish on. Ridiculous. Come on now. Oh, lost one fish.
What are you hoping to get?
Bass.
Bass?
Yeah.
Mom, why doesn't
I see a couple things jump, but
Yeah, me too. I just can't get him to bite.
yeah, good luck.
All right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot across the creek. Get out of my dude's way in the kayak. I'm also gonna take a good look at him and see what he's doing. That's the best way to learn how to fish when you're in a new area. Just stare at people real hard. I wonder if he's catching fish. He's kind of postured up in the same spot for a while. Looks like he might actually be sockeye fishing. There's a lot of submerged wood here, a lot of logs. I keep bumping into them. Not quite sure how deep. I want to catch a fish so bad. I'm desperate now, y'all. I'm so desperate. I have this little tiny red spinnerbait. I might throw that on and try to catch little ones, but I kind of want to just stick it out, you know? Well, I mostly want to just stick it out. Just come up on what looks like a good spawning flat. It's real. It's like a little cove with some swamp in the back of it. Seems like when the fish spawn, this is where they're gonna want to be. Seems like there's some grass growing here. It's a good sign. Some young grass. I bet you this creek looks like a completely different place in the summertime. With the spatter dock and the grass. This a day like this just makes me want to come back, bruh. I want to figure these fish out. Got a fish? No. Ran into some. Ah, there's some fresh spatter dog down there that hasn't breached the surface yet. Now I'm just trying to cover water just to catch a fish, man. Just cover water, fish everything. This creek reminds me a lot of Mattawoman Creek. All right, I've been throwing around this crankbait all day. Obviously, it's not perfect. But with this last hour of the day, I'm gonna try to switch up to something with some blades like that. Just jerk baits and top waters. I mean, this box has me too organized. I don't know which box is which. Try something with a blade here. Flash vote, 4 people. Spinnerbait or chatterbait? Spinnerbait or chatterbait? What you got? Or should I try this? Actually, I want to try this Yozuri knuckle bait. Should I try that? Spinnerbait it is. What's up, y'all? I don't know when we got 11 people in here, but I'm just casting a spinnerbait around in this little feeder creek of the Occoquan Bay, trying to hit up some bass or snakeheads or whatever bites. There's no alligators in this water. What stolen rods? What is going on in the chat, guy? Who is Ricky? I think our stream just got raided. Shit, I wish there was alligators, man. Tell me who is Ricky. What is Ram Ranch? Come on now. Ranch, Ricky. Oh. Is this some kind of stream raid we got going on? It seems like they all left. I'm just trying to catch a fish, man. Ask Ricky how you catch fish with your rod. my line is screwed up. It just popped, so I'm gonna get my spinner bait back, and I'm gonna just try to go back to what I was doing. I'm gonna just try to flip for the rest of the day. Flip for the rest of the day. If that doesn't work, we're back to the drawing board. I'm definitely feeling this creek later on, the next month, for during the spawn. Right now, I'm just trying to get lucky. I'm thinking I should have been finesse fishing all day. How deep is it? Oh, it's really, really shallow here. All right, I'm just gonna skip over to the other side. Fish my way back out. I don't know what all of that stuff was. This day has been super rough. Within 20 minutes of fishing, I hooked and lost a fish, you know. Then I threw around that same bait, that same square bill for hours and hours around docks. I ended up hooking 2 more fish after that, you know. And it might just be the hooks on my bait, but I haven't gotten any hits on anything else. those docks and rocks I was fishing before didn't produce. So now I'm just up this creek trying to flip some of this wood, and that'll be the last thing I do before I roll on home. It's still very, very shallow. I mean, but who knows what'll happen. There's got to be a little lost fish decided to set up shop in this creek early. You know, everybody says the Potomac is a doozy, you know. I've only caught multiple fish in this river in one spot, and that was Mattawoman Creek. So, you know, who knows what I'm doing wrong. But that's what this year's for, learning, right? Hopefully now that I have the tools, the boat, to do it, I'll be able to figure this water out, really. One of the most important things that I've been doing is when I get off the water, just looking at on Navionics and on Google Earth where I was fishing the day before and where I got hits, where I caught fish, and really trying to decide, you know, figure out what it was that made that area fishy. And then the next day when I go out, I try to expand on that, try to find more areas that look like that, and then hit the areas up. But today was really just an exploratory mission. I've never been here before, but I think this is going to be one of my favorite launches, just based on the proximity to all of this different diversity of water. You know, I could have ran and shad fish today up the Occoquan. I could have ran out into the main river and fished something out there. You know, so this launch is going to be one of my favorites from now on, like Screwpohig Bay. The only problem is a $10 launch fee, or $10 entry fee for the state park. It's Mason Neck State Park for anybody up here. I'm gonna try to flip this wood out, but like I said, I'm really not confident in this because of the time of year it is. But we will see. We had a really warm week, so we'll see if that pushes the fish up. You never know. But to answer Jeffrey's question earlier, it's days like this that makes me want to fish even more. Like, I have to figure these fish out. You know, they're here. I know there's fish here. I know there's big fish here. I've caught them here and there, but I want to get consistent. I want to be consistent. I want to be able to take anybody or whatever, take myself out on this river on a consistent basis and catch fish, right? So a day like this is just, you know, it's discouraging, but then again, I realize, you know, I'm not from here. I haven't been here before, and I haven't really had successful days on this river. So all I'm gonna do is keep researching, keep trying, and that's all you can do, right? Thank you for the super chat. What was it? I didn't see it. Super chats are not good for fishing channels. Oh, it's something about Ricky and the stolen rods. I have no clue what that's about. I have to figure that out when I get off the water. Seems like the water's just really shallow up this creek. But come snakehead time, I tell you what, I'm gonna be all throughout this creek. This is a good looking area. And it seems like it's off the beaten path, so bass boats don't really get to come back here. What time is it? Let's see. 6 o'clock. I have 30 more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for today. I feel like that was a good outro. So thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for watching me not catch any fish. But alrighty. See y'all next time. Hopefully this week.